Hello, my name is Roscoe, and I'm going to tell you about a little incident that happened. Well, it's not a little incident, it was a hate crime that happened in Clackamas, Oregon. And I'm going to start the ending of this case. The case ended 6/8/07. It's 13 years ago in Judge Ronald Tom's courtroom. And there was District Attorney John Wentworth, Ron Gray, assistant court-appointed attorney, Peter-Davis, me, and Sheriff Claes, the arresting officer. And in this desk, you'll see, that's the case number. This is a court recording of the case. And in the case, when I was on the stand and swore to tell the truth, I began to say, as Wentworth approached me to heard my answers, I said Peter-Davis came home beat up from 7-Eleven store. Well, they didn't like that because I was exposing in the court a crime that Clackamas County District Attorney Foote and Wentworth were covering up. I said it 3 times and they got upset. But it's not on this recording. They took it out. This is the only reason why we were in here, because he was beat up. My partner was beat up at a 7-Eleven store, and the sheriff department, Oregon National Guard, and district attorney were covering this up. Now, this is in response to Wentworth saying in his campaign and in his statements that he has no complaints. Well, this is a 13-year complaint, and this has been a 13-year assault on us, threatening us if we say anything that they will do it again. And we've been threatened by different agencies that we will end up somewhere east of Estacada in a rock quarry, cold case. The judge ruled not guilty, not guilty. There was a assault for, said the assault me, and harassment, which is a year in jail and classes, another year of classes, and I guess it's very expensive. And so I am telling you this because to leave injustice invisible is wrong. We should make it visible. And this was injustice. On this tape, on this recording, my testimony has been deleted. Now, I don't know what crime that is, but I always believed what you said in court was sacred. It means everything. You set the record straight, and he deleted it. Whoever, John Wentworth, Foote, Ronald Tom found the district attorney brought a file of lies, and the deputy sheriff Claes committed perjury, and the state of Oregon assaulted these 2 men, me and my partner. But what makes this most serious is what he took out, me exposing the district attorney covering up a hate crime. Now, I can't say it's a hate crime. Only a district attorney or whoever has that highfalutin title can say, well, that's a hate crime. What makes a hate crime is words said like, we're going to kill you, blah, blah, and then the action happens. That exactly is what happened in the 7-Eleven store. We'll get to that. To look up any kind of a complaint that you might have with the district attorney, Here is the hard copy of the Clackamas County Circuit Court case number CR 0613450, Oregon State versus Peter-Davis. In the district attorney slot, you'll see the case number. Where there's a plaintiff, state of Oregon, the attorney is Erin Zemper. We don't know this Erin Zemper. We've called her. She lives in and has a practice in Eugene, Oregon. She will not answer us why she's on this document. It should be Wentworth on this document. He was the attorney that said to me, we cannot prosecute 4 Oregon National Guardsmen for and I won't repeat what he said because when I heard it, it didn't make any sense. Even a 5-year-old wouldn't talk that way. Then he can continue. We're just going to write it off as a high school brawl. Now, I don't know what high school he went to, but in our high school, we don't go out and beat up disabled people in the parking lot. That wouldn't go over well. No. And to have someone seriously injured, I have a record of his injuries, and he was disabled. He has a blown retina. He had brain seizure. He has traumatic brain injury by 3 Oregon National Guards personnel that tripped him in the store right at the door and kicked him. About 30 blows is what was recorded. Now, the surveillance tape of that crime disappeared. No one will answer where it went. We did our investigation. We went to there and we tried to get this crime reported several times with the sheriffs, and they denied us. It wasn't till the 13th that we got this reported. This happened November 18th, 2006, where in the morning, Peter goes into the 7-Eleven store to get a corn dog, and these 4 Oregon National Guards personnel enter the store with him. They had been partying at their captain's birthday party. So this captain is his birthday's in and around the 18th of November. We never got his name, but I think there it is in here. This is a summary on 11/19 or 11/18/06 between the hours of 0:15 or 00:45 hours. Ian Alexander Tovar assaulted Peter Davis with his fist in the front parking lot of 7-Eleven store located at 15970 Southeast 82nd Drive, Clackamas, Oregon. Mr. Davis reported injuries as a result of the assault. And it was recommended that it goes to the grand jury, but it didn't. I have a lot of documents here that puts Wentworth. Here's a document here saying when we were trying to report this, we called the DA to get the 7-Eleven surveillance. We don't know what 911 call was called. I received your letter on November 29th requesting a copy of the videotape of the 7-Eleven incident involving Mr. Davis, immediately preceding the alleged incident, which gave rise to his arrest. This is from John Wentworth. We don't know how to get to a 911 call. I don't know what 7-Eleven you're talking about. That's because the clerk, I do believe the clerk, turned the videotape off. That was the first crime. But across the street, McDonald's, we had a witness that's seen it all, and said 3 jumped out of the car and kicked Pete to the ground, tripped him to the ground, and kicked him. They were kicking him in the chest, in the back, and in the face. That witness was paid by the state to arrive at Avery, court appointed for this case, because it had everything to do with this case. This assault, an alleged assault, which was not guilty, because I have documents here. The 4 said, yeah, we were at that 7-Eleven store, and and this happened November 18th, 2006. They were questioned January because they would not take our report. The Clackamas County Sheriff Department was pushing it on the rug as fast as they could. They pushed it on the rug that night, and they continued to push it on the rug, and then the district attorney pushed it under the rug. Now, we have been warned not to say anything and not to be heard from again by the district attorney. But this is a complaint that when we entered our complaint with District Attorney Foot and Wentworth, we were warned. We don't want to hear from you again. You shut up about this, we hear from you again, we'll do it to you again, we'll be better at it. That was the threat. And then we've been warned other times. So we do this very cautiously, but how do you do it? We couldn't get an attorney to handle it because we don't have $500,000 for an attorney to go up against the state of Oregon, because it was the state of Oregon that assaulted us. When they assaulted Peter, they assaulted me. When they assaulted Peter, they assaulted the business that we had. They assaulted his kids, our children. And we were not safe in Clackamas anymore. But it didn't stop after that trial. We live out here in our refugee camp. And we're happy for that, but we miss our business. We put blood, sweat, and tears, thousands of dollars to start that business. We only got 8 years out of it when we had to leave, because the district attorney did not uphold and abide by the law. And when he does that, it's not about us anymore. It's about you. They did it to you. They deleted your testimony. You testified, and they deleted it and pushed it under the rug. Didn't happen. You shut up about that. That's how a community is supposed to look at it. When they take an oath with everybody. And he's all for the assaulted.